Imagine a man whose hands could see details no human eye could catch. A man who turns simple lines into mysteries, shadows into stories, and nature into pure magic. A boy born in Nuremberg who would one day revolutionize the entire art world with nothing but ink, wood, and an unshakable obsession for perfection. This is the story of Albrecht Dürer, the genius who captured the soul of the Renaissance, one stroke at a time. Fact 1. Dürer's genius was shaped from childhood. Albrecht Dürer was born in 1471 in the city of Nuremberg, Germany. He grew up in a family involved in craftsmanship. His father was a goldsmith and taught young Dürer the skills of attention, precision, and approaching fine details from an early age. During his childhood, Dürer carefully observed the world around him, memorizing every detail, every human expression, and every motif in nature. At a young age, he apprenticed with renowned masters in Nuremberg to receive art training and quickly developed his skills. Dürer's youth was also filled with curiosity and learning. He read books, studied mathematics and perspective, and observed nature and human anatomy. These experiences laid the foundation for his future development as both an artist and a theorist. Thus, Albrecht Dürer's youth was the beginning of his artistic journey, where he combined precision, scientific approach, and creative spirit, preparing to make an unparalleled contribution to European art in the future. Act 2. The artist who turned science into art. Albrecht Dürer was not just a painter. He was also a visionary graphic designer and a pioneering theorist of art. His work was far more than images. Dürer blended creativity with scientific precision, applying his knowledge of mathematics, perspective, and human anatomy into every piece he produced. This is why his works are both technically flawless and aesthetically powerful. Dürer became especially famous for his engravings and woodcuts. Through these techniques, he portrayed details with astonishing accuracy, capturing everything from religious themes to scenes of everyday life with remarkable finesse. For him, woodcuts were not merely an art form. They were a tool to deliver messages, to tell stories, and to reach people's minds. Every engraving contained thousands of tiny details, making viewers think, observe, and feel. Through the reproducibility of prints, Dürer also aimed to bring art to wider audiences. His works spread not only throughout Germany, but across Europe. Albrecht Dürer expanded the boundaries of art, not only as a painter, but also as a scientist and a thinker. His creativity and technical innovations profoundly influenced the development of European art. And even centuries later, he remains a powerful source of inspiration in the world of graphic and visual arts. Fact 3. Dürer, the Renaissance genius who conquered Europe. Albrecht Dürer was not only a prominent figure in Germany, but a genius who attracted the attention of all of Europe. At that time, Germany was not yet considered the center of European art. Cities like Italy's Florence and Venice were far more recognized. But Dürer changed this landscape. His art became famous not only among his own people, but also in other European countries. His engravings, portraits, and woodcut were created with such quality and precision that anyone who saw them was amazed. Dürer's works crossed the borders of Germany, spreading quickly and widely in Italy, France, the Netherlands, and even England, sparking great interest among artists and collectors. Because of this widespread fame, Dürer became an important genius in the history of European art. When people mentioned his name, they did not think only of a German painter, but of a Renaissance figure who influenced an entire continent. Dürer elevated the prestige of art in Europe, inspired other artists, and even centuries later, his works continue to be held in great respect in the art world. Fact 4. Dürer's journey to Italy, merging two worlds of art. As a young artist eager to learn, Albrecht Dürer embarked on a journey that would change his life. He traveled to Italy, the center of the Renaissance. At that time, Italy was filled with innovations in art, architecture, and science. Cities like Venice and Florence were overflowing with magnificent works, vibrant marketplaces, and brilliant minds, where everyone was creating and sharing new ideas. Dürer was fascinated by the Italian approach to perspective, proportion, and anatomy, concepts that were gradually reshaping European art. During his travels, Dürer closely observed the works of legendary masters such as Leonardo da Vinci, Giovanni Bellini, and Andrea Mantegna. He studied their techniques with precision, the way they used light, shadow, and the depiction of the human body. What captured his attention most was how Italian artists used mathematical principles to make their paintings appear three-dimensional, almost alive. This experience had a profound impact on Dürer. When he returned to his homeland, he combined Northern Europe's attention to detail with the Italian mastery of perspective. As a result, his works became technically brilliant, emotionally powerful, and astonishingly realistic. His journey to Italy did not just enhance his skills. It also gave him the idea and the opportunity to unite two worlds of art, bringing the innovations of the Italian Renaissance to Germany and reshaping the course of Northern European art. Fact 5. Dürer, the revolutionary master of engravings and woodcuts. Albrecht Dürer's most famous works in the art world are found in his engravings and woodcuts. His Apocalypse series reflects dramatic and powerful scenes filled with religious and philosophical messages. In The Four Horsemen, the arrival of the end times, war, famine, disease, and death, is depicted with incredible detail and dynamism. These works do not only portray religious themes, they also express human fears and the struggles of society. In addition, his famous engraving, Melancholia, also demonstrates Dürer's genius. In this work, he depicts the delicate relationship between melancholy and creativity through symbolic elements. Every detail, the instruments, the figures, the light and shadow, forces the viewer to think and marvel. These pieces reveal Dürer's technical mastery, his skill in symbolism, and his ability to express human emotions, making him unique and irreplaceable in European art. Albrecht Dürer created a true revolution in Europe in the field of engraving and woodcut. He did not simply copy images, he worked every detail meticulously, adding depth, dynamism, and symbolism to his artworks. The fineness of his lines, the play of light and shadow, and the anatomical precision of his figures astonish viewers. Even the texture of a small tree leaf or a fold of cloth appeared lifelike. Dürer also elevated the engraving technique by combining it with mathematical and scientific principles. His attention to detail, his understanding of perspective and symmetry became a model for other European artists. His engravings were not only artworks, but also carried stories, philosophical and religious messages. For this reason, his works spread widely not only in Germany, but throughout Europe, and for many years were highly valued by art historians. Fact 6. Dürer, faith as the soul of his art. Albrecht Dürer's deep Christian faith profoundly influenced his artwork throughout his life. From an early age, he was surrounded by religious teachings, and the spiritual foundation became a guiding force in his creativity. His engravings, woodcuts, and paintings often explored biblical themes, moral dilemmas, and the human soul's struggles. Works like the Apocalypse series or the Four Horsemen reflect not only the dramatic stories of the Bible, but also Dürer's understanding of human fear, sin, and redemption. Every line, shadow, and figure was carefully crafted to convey meaning beyond mere visual beauty. For Dürer, art and faith were inseparable. His devotion gave his creations depth, symbolism, and emotional power, allowing viewers to experience not just images, but spiritual reflection. It was this combination of technical mastery and religious insight that made Dürer one of Europe's most influential artists. inspiring generations for centuries to come. Fact 8. Every detail comes to life. Albrecht Dürer worked with incredible precision in his engravings and woodcuts. Even the smallest leaf, a fold in fabric, or the tiniest crack on a stone appeared lifelike. This meticulous attention to detail amazed viewers, transforming his works into more than just visual beauty. They became art that reflected the reality of nature and human life. Every element showcased Dürer's technical mastery, patience, and keen observation, setting his creations apart from those of other artists. Fact 9. Where art meets science. Albrecht Dürer combined engraving techniques with mathematical and scientific principles, elevating his art to a new level. Precision in perspective, symmetry, and proportions played a central role in his works. This approach went beyond visual beauty, providing viewers with a logical, balanced, and harmonious experience. Dürer's methods became an inspiration for other European artists and had a profound impact on the development of graphic art. Fact 10. A lasting legacy. Albrecht Dürer passed away in 1528 at the age of 56, yet his artistic legacy lives on for centuries. Dürer gained immense recognition not only in Germany, but across Europe. His engravings and woodcuts were highly valued in cities like Florence, Venice, Paris, and London by collectors and fellow artists alike. Dürer's technical mastery, symbolic skill, and ability to depict human emotions made him unique and irreplaceable in European art. His works offered more than visual beauty. They created profound intellectual and spiritual experiences. Even today, his techniques and ideas continue to inspire graphic and visual arts, guiding new generations of artists. If you enjoy videos filled with history and art, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more fascinating facts and stories.